All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're dusting off a pretty fascinating piece of history. We're looking at a book from all the way back in 1910 by Wallace D. Wattles called The Science of Getting Rich. And we're totally transforming it into a highly actionable masterclass for your own modern financial growth. Listen, if you want to understand the actual core mechanics of wealth creation, you are in exactly the right place.
Here is our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, the science of wealth. Number 2, creation over competition. Number 3, the daily success loop. Number 4, the 30-day plan. And finally, number 5, the ultimate wealth formula. Let's jump in.
Wattles hits us right out of the gate with this incredibly provocative directive. He says you have to act in the certain way. Now, this totally challenges how we usually think about success. It basically implies that getting rich isn't about frantic scrambling. It isn't about just hoping. And it's definitely not about sitting around waiting for your big break. It's about acting in a very specific, deliberate, and, well, certain way. It demands your absolute focused attention right from day one.
Which brings us to a really massive question. Is getting rich just a matter of luck? You know, we so often treat wealth like it's a giant lottery ticket. But Wattles argues the exact opposite. Think about it. If wealth were purely based on luck, there simply wouldn't be a reproducible science behind it. So we're stepping out of the casino today, and we're stepping into a completely controllable framework.
Section 1. The Science of Wealth.
We really need to shift our mindset from seeing wealth as this chaotic game of chance to seeing it as a deliberate, totally learnable process. Real wealth is built on very specific principles. It's built on disciplined thinking, purposeful action, gratitude, and above all, creating value for other people. It's pure cause and effect, honestly. If you apply these habits consistently, your result is going to be predictable.
Section 2. Creation over competition.
Now, before you take any external action whatsoever, you have to realize that your thoughts actually shape your results. Having these vague, fuzzy desires like, I want more money, will literally lead you nowhere. You need a highly specific vision. Think something like, I want a thriving business producing exactly $20,000 per month. Because a specific goal acts like a laser focus for your effort. It totally overrides your present limitations.
And getting that clarity is what pulls you away from a scarcity mindset. Look, competitive thinking always has you scrambling to fight over a limited pie. And honestly, it's just exhausting. Creative thinking, on the other hand, is about baking a brand new pie. Instead of obsessing over how you're going to beat the competition, you need to ask yourself how you can solve real problems and create entirely new value.
But to actually maintain that creative mindset, you have to tap into the power of gratitude. And listen, Wattles doesn't treat gratitude as just some warm, fuzzy feeling. He treats it as a mechanical mindset tool. When you use it right, it intentionally forces your attention entirely away from what you don't have and locks it dead onto opportunity. It's the exact mechanism that keeps your motivation firing and your mind constructive, even when progress feels agonizingly slow.
Section 3. The daily success loop. Because, as Wattles strictly warns us, just thinking about it is not enough. Lasting prosperity comes from a very specific sequence. It goes like this. You learn and you improve your skills, which then allows you to help more people. And naturally, the more problems you solve, the more you earn. Then you take those earnings and you reinvest them to grow even more. Basically, you build wealth simply by giving people more in-use value than you actually take from them in cash value.
To keep that wealth engine running smoothly, you need a daily success loop. This is vision, gratitude, focus, action, service, improvement, and then you just repeat it. Wattles calls this concept efficiency today. You see, you don't need to do tomorrow's work today. You literally just have to execute today's tasks excellently, because those small, excellent actions compound into massive results over time.
Section 4. The 30-day plan.
Okay, here is exactly how you turn all this philosophy into actual boots-on-the-ground momentum. Week 1 is all about vision. You define your goals, and you start that gratitude practice. Week 2 is focus, ruthlessly, and I mean ruthlessly, eliminate your distractions. Week 3 demands action. Complete one significant needle-moving task every single day. And Week 4 is expansion. Reflect, gather your feedback, and start planning out your next 90 days.
But as you execute this plan, please beware of the common traps. Constantly changing your goals will just scatter your energy. Waiting for perfect conditions basically guarantees you're never going to start. Wattles warns us super clearly here. Avoid acting without a plan, Never neglect customer value, don't compare yourself to others, and definitely don't jump from idea to idea without sustained effort.
Section 5. The Ultimate Wealth Formula.
So this brings us to the core dependable system that ties everything together. Know exactly what you want, believe it's actually possible. Stay intensely focused. Take effective action every day. Create massive value. Improve continuously. And persist over time. Long-term wealth is not magic, folks. It is simply the result of disciplined habits practiced consistently over many, many years. So, that leaves us with one final, pretty massive question. Are you ready to create value today? Are you ready to finally step out of the exhausting competitive rat race and start applying this science immediately? Because the formula is right there and it's all yours. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I seriously challenge you to start your 30-day plan right now.